Why, hello there. It's fancy seeing you here outside of a live stream. Welcome to the first ever Bourbon Wrench video. I'm Trev Wilson. We've migrated over from doing just live streams to now doing the first ever video. So, if you don't know who I am, check out the channel. I've been doing a lot of live streams. I plan on continue doing them. But now, with the new year, I figured let's expand the channel a little bit and let's see where it takes us. So, with today's video, I kind of wanted to take some of the elements we do in our live streams. I do a lot of blinds, a lot of head-to-head stuff, just seeing which one comes out on top. So, what I wanted to do to start off this series of videos that I have in mind is to take similar bourbons, ryes, whatever, pit them up against each other, see which one comes out on top. Today's category is budget bourbon, 100 proof. Budget being sub $30, 100 proof, and another rule I wanted to do was it had to be readily available. You should be able to walk into the store and it should be full of all of these bottles. I was gonna include something like Wild Turkey 101, but I wanted to be there was enough exactly 100 proof, bottles that I was fine with leaving that one out. And then I was thinking about doing Early Times Bottled in Bond, but I can't get it here at all. I've never seen it in my state, haven't seen it anywhere, had to go out of state to get mine. So, that one was eliminated for that. The ones that we're dealing with today, Jim Beam Bonded, Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof, and Old Forester 100 proof. I've mixed all of these up, and let me just preface this right now. If you watch my live streams, I am no expert, okay? I'm just your average dude who likes bourbon. I taste what I taste. I like it or I don't. Sometimes I can name the flavor notes that I'm getting, sometimes I can't. Don't be expecting a culinary list of flavors that I'm getting from these, okay? Just gotta be real with you, okay? Glass A. I've mixed them all up. Don't know what any of these are. Well, I know what they are. I know what the 4 bottles are. Here's the thing, I'm not gonna try and guess, too, which one is which. I simply just want to see which one of these I like the best, so. Okay. The first thing that's jumping out to me on this one's it's nutty. It's got the nuttiness. This one's just nutty. That's the thing that's sticking out on that one. And it tastes like it's 100 proof. Tastes like it's budget. Alright, B. Glass B. Now I'm confused. Maybe I just was looking for peanut because I knew that there was Jim Beam and I knew there was Evan Williams in here. Now I'm smelling nut. Maybe I was looking for the nut. This one is a dry peanut. I'll have to go back through this because I was probably totally wrong with what I was initially, like I said, I wasn't gonna guess, but in my mind, I was initially guessing that the first one was either the Evan Williams or Jim Beam. Now I'm second guessing everything. This one's got that, this is a Beam nut. This is the Beam profile right here. So, with some of the older Beam products, it's just, the nuttiness is it gets much bolder and deeper, whereas this is like you just cracked a peanut out of a shell at a circus. And then dropped it on the concrete floor, so it got a little bit dirty, and you eat it. And it's young smelling to me. I get that, and I typically pick out the younger Beam products because I typically don't like them near as much as I like the older Beam products. Let's go on to C. Oh yeah, there we go. This one's also nut. I've said nut about all 3 of these, so maybe I just picked a bunch of nutty ones. This one is deep and dark and rich. It's like I was saying about the nut on like younger bean products, how it's kind of just this musty, fresh out of a shell, young, this is young to me. It's not developed to where it should be. Whereas this is where it should be. Yeah, you're getting some barrel char on that one for sure. Whereas B had similar nuttiness to it, but it was just it was surrounded by had to have been youth. And you know, if some of these are bottled in bond, and they're probably right at 4 years old, I would imagine. Especially if it's their cheaper line. If you're looking at, you know, Evan Williams and the Jim Beam bonded, they're around, you know, 15 to 20 bucks. So it's probably the cheaper stuff or younger stuff in the cheaper bottles. I know the Knob Creek is 9 years, that they brought the 9-year back. And that probably lets that barrel influence come into it. And this is all of my speculation just from what I'm guessing on here. But this one so far is probably the leader. So good. When you start, if you look at some of the like older Knob Creek picks, really any kind of some of the older aged stuff, and you know, age doesn't mean better by any means. But some of it kind of lets the, you know, bourbon get some, I'm just rambling on, man. This is what we do on the live streams. The longer it sits in the barrel, the more barrel influence on it, and I start loving it. You're getting a little more oak, you're getting a little more barrel char. To me, I love that. My palate loves that. So, kind of getting that on C as well more than B. I would say these two are in different friggin' leagues. Let's get into D. See, now I'm confused. And this is just something I do. Even when I say I'm not going to try and guess what they are, I kind of do. I kind of just want to challenge myself in that. And now I'm struggling finding which one the Old Forester is, because I've said nut on all of them, and I typically don't get nut on Old Forester. So, this one, on the palate, what I was describing A as, D is it. I should have been describing D with A's description. It's like the circus peanut. So I need to go back and revisit A, totally change everything I friggin' said about it. Because this is the circus peanut in a glass. Musty peanut. Now, I can already tell you guys, C and maybe A. C and A are probably going to be battling between first and second, and B and D are going to be battling for third and fourth. I can tell you that D is going to come before B. B is just so, especially compared to D, oh yeah, it's really corny. So last place is B, third place is D. So let's go between A and C, see which one I like. Yeah, I totally change everything I say about A. There's like a chocolatiness going on. Absolutely delicious. And I know people want to say banana. I know technically you don't get banana. It's a certain chemical makes you smell banana-like, okay? Banana-like. And on this one, I'm kind of getting it. I'm kind of getting a banana note. On C, Ooh, this is tough, guys. This is tough. I feel like these two, to me, are in a totally different league than the other two. These are much more, there's much more going on that my palate says, oh yeah. I like how the barrel influence, there's some oak going on. You're getting a little bit of the just barrel char on it, which I love. But there's something about A that I just agree with in every way. I have my order. Last place for me was glass B. B goes to Jim Beam Bonded. I kind of suspected that. I kind of suspected the last two were actually Jim Beam and Evan Williams, and that's just from drinking them in experience, and I never was a total fan of them. There was that young, corny note that I would get on them, and I just didn't do it for me, really. So, third place was D. D, exactly as I suspected it, which was not, you know, don't get me wrong, this did not sway my decision at all. The fact that I didn't really like them is why I even guessed what they were. But D was the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. It's 14, 15 bucks. People rave about it. I think you should definitely go buy a bottle. It should be, especially if you're starting out and you've never had it. Buy it. It's 15 bucks. 100 proof bottled in bond. It's at least 4 years. You're getting a quality product, okay? Definitely buy it. Definitely try it. Biggin, stop it, bro. Now going to the top two, these were, to me, drastically different league than the other two. Second place, it was C, and C is Knob Creek 9-year, which, again, kind of suspected it just because of, yes, I was getting a whole lot of the nuttiness. I was getting this, the Jim Beam-esque flavor profile, but a lot of barrel influence. So that 9 years really shows through it, and it's freaking amazing. So that makes first place A, Old Forester 100 proof. This is one of the bottles I go through more than probably any other bottle. It's one of, there's a couple of them that are just my regular drinkers. This is one of them. If you agree with this, if you disagree, leave a comment below. Tell me what if you've had these, let me know what you think of them. Like I said, I want you to do this experiment yourself. Don't just jump to conclusions, say, oh, his favorite's Old Forester, and disregard that. Try them all. Try this yourself. See which one you like. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification, be notified when I'm going live. I go live on Fridays. I've gone live on every day of the week. Come hang out. We have a great time over here. I'm looking forward to doing more of these videos. I have more in the works. This is my first one, so please forgive me if it's bad. But you're here. This is history. This is the Bourbon Wrench history. You get to see the crap show, okay? So, with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your support. And I'll catch you later. And I imagine this is the part of the video where I start talking about how amazing my Patreons are. I mean, look at these guys. Look at them. Just friggin' amazing. Friggin' beautiful. They're just out here supporting me, loving what I do. I don't know why. I'm just a dude. But you know what they are? They're friggin' legends. And I love them. A lot.